You're not stuck. You're just attached to a version of you that's not meant to exist anymore. That's because we're not willing to let go of our current identity. And when you learn to let go of the normal version of you, it changes everything. It changes everything in the form of the success that's going to come your way. It changes everything in the form of the relationships and who you attract to you. So know that the person and the personality that you are currently living at, if everything that's in it right now is not fulfilling anymore, it's not bringing you happiness anymore, it's attracting nothing but negative thoughts, negative results, crappy feelings, crappy thoughts, that there has to be a change there, right? And what we need to do is we need to let go of the current character and feeling in the norm, which is being attached to all of that past programming, being attached to results in relationship with people, being attached to the amount of money that you could possibly start to get in your life, and detach yourself from any kind of result. Because when you detach yourself from it, you start to send signal to the universe and the outer world around you that I don't need that anymore. I am that. And when you are one with what you used to need, you become the character, the individual that has the energy of being it, of having it already. And what will happen is the universe will then see your newfound energy. And when you start to live your life in that newfound energy every day, you will then send signal. You will then change the way that your brain is wired to think. Because if not, we keep living in the desire of instead of the success being. The success being doesn't need to think of the desire of because those desires are already met. Think of someone who is growing a social media account and is analyzing each and every single one of their posts. It could even be an individual on YouTube here. Well, that video did this, so I got to do better. That video did that, so I got to do better. I only got this amount of likes, so I'm only this good. You need to identify that that is the mind that is attached to a program from the past that is stuck thinking that I'm only good enough to get this amount of likes. I'm only good enough to get that amount of subscribers. So, what is then reflected to you in the form of reality is the reality that you have created from within. Now, how can an individual get beyond where they are stuck at with the current subscriber amount or not getting enough engagement? There has to be a complete shift in perspective. There has to be a complete shift in energy. There has to be a knowingness of where you are going with your path on this journey. And those who are going to follow you along that path, you need to have an authentic energy about yourself. That this is the path that you have created for yourself. And it's not by analyzing each one of your posts because that keeps you in the programming. It keeps you in the attachment of, I need more likes, I need more followers, I need more subscribers. What does that do? It keeps your vibration low. It keeps you in a state of consciousness that is equal to those results. What if I were to say you became a person that just posted for the sake of doing it to help others without the need of result? That is a game changer right there. What if you were somebody that only posted to help other people and it didn't matter the amount of engagement you got and you continue to persist with it until you grew a following, until your tribe showed up to start to support you on your path? It's not having to figure out the right way to success here. It's not about manipulating the outer world for us to feel like we're enough and validated, because then that is just a form of a means to an end, and that thing that you want matters way too much that when you would finally get it, or you would pay someone to give that to you, you would pay someone to help grow your Instagram or TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube here. Get somebody to grow your YouTube for you. You don't have to do a single thing. That you wouldn't have grown it in an organic way, that you paid for all those subs and followers, and really you're still going to feel empty when you've achieved that success. But if you took the time to grow it on your own terms, at your own pace, with the trust in the universe and the alignment of connecting on that level with the state of consciousness and love for what you're doing, that is going to replicate on camera or photos or reels or whatever it is that you're trying to do. And know that there is a better life for you that doesn't involve social media. And being able to disconnect for yourself and take time for yourself. My audience here, you guys have noticed from about 6 or 7 months ago when I first started, I put pressure on myself to post every single day. And if I didn't post, I felt guilty. And then I felt like I'm not going to grow. This is like the beginner stages. I didn't even have 100 subs at the time. It's like, I heard this thing about the more you post, the more you grow. The more that you put your energy into something that is inauthentic, the more that it's not going to grow or move. And that people are going to see that you're just making stuff for the sake of making stuff, and you're not really putting any of your positive, creative energy into it. And then as of late, I've reduced my posting schedule to sometimes 3 per week, sometimes only 1 per week. Really, it's based on the amount of free time I have, which is very little, because I'm working 2 full-time jobs. I'm doing the YouTuber, I'm doing the mindset coaching, I'm doing the fitness coaching. Really, I'm running myself very thin. So what I've come to the conclusion is that if I take the time to make you guys one awesome video, instead of pumping out 7 videos every single day, just for the sake of making a video every single day, regardless of the topic, regardless of whatever, something I'm capable of doing. But I feel for my love, my vibration, my state of consciousness, being able to complete and create 1 video per week is where I'm at with my energy, where I'm at with giving back to my audience and continuing to grow this channel in a way that is authentically something I'm capable of doing, and not abandoning myself. Because would you guys want me to abandon myself and just force myself to come up here every night and make a half-ass video? Or would you rather me come up here with my flow state energy, my creative state energy, the love that I have for making video, the love I have for helping you with your issues, to be able to let go of that past version of yourself and create a new character? And I just feel a lot more connection with you guys when I'm able to make 1 good long form content per week and then focus on my tasks of the other businesses I have going on. And that is how I'm able to balance it. And that's just an example of me not falling into survival, because if I'm posting 7 days a week, I'm in survival. So think of something you're trying to grow and get better at, and what keeps putting you back into the old survival emotions and thoughts, and create some boundaries and some separation from that. And if that's not working for you, find a new schedule. It's something that we all go through as creators on either social media or YouTube. Yeah, there has to be a fine balance there. And people who got your back are going to be there regardless, whether you post every single day, twice a day, or once to 3 times per week. People who like what you're doing are going to stick around. So it's not about catering to what other people want. It's about not abandoning yourself and doing it coming from a place of love and pure creativity, which I'm feeling great energy from just being at home every day, changing careers, helping you guys one on one. That's where I feel love. And I'm just so grateful for all of the engagement, all of the new subscribers that have come to follow. I thank you for being here. And stick around, because this journey, this next step, this next level we are about to embark on together as a team has just begun. Because we're getting close to me being at this type of work for a year now. And I'm very interested to see where I'm going to go with it, because there are no limits on what I could do with this channel. There are no limits on what you want to do with creating your own private business, or starting to play that musical instrument again, or just being able to attract a great partner and not feel so lonely anymore, and not have to keep thinking like the victim that has to owe everyone everything when we feel their tension. This is about the separations of energy and knowing what is good for you and what is not good for you, and separating yourself from the not good and pouring yourself into what is going to be good for you, what is going to make yourself elevate your vibration and person as a whole, as a being. So thank you for watching this one, and I'll see you on the next video.